Very good morning to everyone. Students, I hope you all are doing very well. Let's take today's chapter and we have India in the 18th century. Let's discuss in brief about this. Children, the history of India in the 18th century was mainly controlled by three factors. Number 1, the rapid disintegration of the Mughal Empire. And this will be our today's topic, how the Mughal Empire was declined. Second, the rise of independent kingdoms. In that, we can take the example of Marathas, Nizams, etc. And the third one is the establishment of British power in India. Okay, let's start. The Mughal Empire had started to disintegrate during the period of its last great emperor named as Aurangzeb, and we call him as the last great or the important Mughal ruler who was died in 1707. After him, the empire declined rapidly, and the provincial governors started asserting their independence. The Mughal Empire, however, still existed for more than 1.5 centuries, and the kings who ruled after Aurangzeb were called the later Mughals. And in this, we have different names like Bahadur Shah, Jahanandar Shah, Farooq Shir, Muhammad Shah, Shah Alam II, and the last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar. This we will discuss again when we will discuss about the 1857 revolt. Now, as I have told you, today's important topic or the topic which we are going to discuss here is about the factors which were responsible for the decline of the Mughal Empire. In this, the first one is about the policies of Aurangzeb. Number one, he imposed jizya. Now, what is jizya? Jizya was a type of tax. It was a type of a tax which was imposed on non-Muslims. Okay, so under this, uh, many Hindu temples were destroyed and the land revenue was raised. So that make him unpopular ruler. Next one we have, he began interfering in the internal matters of the Rajput rulers, and in this manner he lost the support of the Rajputs. Number 3, he increased the land revenue and he made several policies which were not accepted by the people, and that all caused several revolts. And the fourth point we have about his Deccan policy, and because of this policy, the wealth of the empire or the wealth of the empire was totally drained out. Now, the second is wars of succession. So, there was no law of succession in the Mughals, it was not clear. So, what happened? Whenever the Mughal king died, after that, the wars drained the resources of the empire. They involved in different wars, and that made the Mughal empire unstable. Okay. Now we have the third point, that is weak successors of Aurangzeb. Okay. So the successors of Aurangzeb were very weak and inefficient. They never ever took part in the administration, and they left all the work of the empire in the hands of nobles and governors. So in this manner, these nobles and governors, they became powerful and they started establishing their independent regional kingdoms. Now next point we have rivalry among the nobles. Students, the nobles of the Mughal court were divided into many categories like Afghans, Turanis, Iranis, etc. They belong to different places. So in this manner, they always they were involved in different types of you can say fight to get more and more territories under their rule, and in this manner they wanted to become powerful than the other one. So this is a reason that hampered the smooth functioning of the administration. Afterwards, we have the fifth point, that is the Jagirdari and the Mansabdari system, which was started by Akbar. That system was in crisis. Now, first of all, we should know that what does it mean. So, the Jagirdari system means where the Jagirdars, they were getting the salaries in the form of land. So Jagir means a piece of land, right? Now, the land pieces, or we can say the Jagirs, were distributed among the officers, and now they had number of officers, more number of officers, but in return, the king was not having uh, sufficient, you can say, the land to hand over them in the form of salary, right? And this also led to a decrease in the king's revenue also. Now, for Mansabdari, we can say that Mansab means the ranks. So, according to the military capabilities, the number of horses and soldiers were given to them, and they were responsible for the maintenance for the uh, emperor, right? So, a soldier with a Mansab was called a Mansabdar. So, at any given time, these two titles belong to the same person. So, these two systems allowed the emperor to maintain a large army at very little cost. But the systems began to collapse under the negligence of the later Mughals. So, in addition, neither the Mughal navy nor their artillery was as strong as that of the foreign invaders. So, from here, we are going to start with the next factor about the foreign invasions. Now, foreign invasions, in this we will discuss about uh, two personalities. One was Nadir Shah, another was Ahmad Shah Abdali, his successor. So, about Nadir Shah, he was a ruler of Persia who invaded India in 1739, and at that time the Mughal emperor was Muhammad Shah. He killed thousands of people in Delhi. Nadir Shah looted the enormous wealth and took the famous Kohinoor diamond also and the peacock throne. And Kohinoor is considered to be one of the biggest and the most precious diamonds in the world. So after him, Ahmad Shah Abdali, he invaded India several times and dealing a death blow to the already crumbling Mughal empire. He captured Punjab and defeated the Marathas in the third battle of Panipat that was fought in 1761. So these foreign invaders dented the glory and prestige of the Mughal empire and fastened its decline. And the last topic, last factor we have challenges from regional kingdoms. Students, the governors of Bengal, Awadh, and Hyderabad, they became powerful during the period of later Mughals. And they stopped paying taxes also. They disobeying the orders of the Mughal emperors. And at last they started declaring themselves as an independent rulers. So overall we can say that by the middle of the 18th century, the Mughal empire ruled only by the area around Delhi. So, in this manner, all these factors were consolidated and responsible for the decline of Mughal period of that time. So, children, till this much we have to do, and this is all about reasons for the decline of the Mughal Empire. Thank you and have a nice day.